It's everything that you look for in a very good short film. You carry your audience and you bring them up and 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 up, and then pause, and we're back down, and you get brought back up again. That's the flow of this. That's the crescendo.
I think what's cool about this film is the closing quote of the film is really powerful to me and Titty. And the funny thing is, on more than one occasion, I will open my DMs up in Instagram, and another creator has messaged me, and it just simply is them sending the last quote of the film to me. And I'm like, that's how I know we're getting through to me. If they're sending me those messages and they just say that quote, that's how I know we're getting through.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're really proud of this. And like I said, we would love to hear what you guys think about it. So, yeah, head over to YouTube, search Outcast Media Group. Look through all the crazy stuff we got there.
Yeah, good, bad, or indifferent. Nothing ever gets better without constructive criticism. So
I actually search out people that are creators. I search them out and all that. I sent it to one guy today, and I'm just like, hey, how can I improve the audio? And go. I give him something to criticize me about. Like, I don't want just sunshine blowing up my ass on this deal. Like, I want to be better. So that film's not perfect. I want people to point that out and tell me why it's not perfect, so I can work on those things. But
mostly, I hope it's a message that each and every one of you can kind of take with you into the next day and use, especially if you've got a dream.
Yeah, anybody that's listening to us that has a dream that they've been sitting on for a while and they just can't bring themselves to start chasing it, watch this video. Watch it. And then make up your mind what you want to do. Because nobody's going to get ahead. Nobody's going to come up if you don't roll the dice sometimes, Nope,
that's exactly right. Well, I want to look over here and flip this little wheel of liberalism and see what kind of craziness we can dive into. Hang on, let me give it a good
that bad boy.
Walmart.
Oh, okay. So I'll set this up. Walmart announced they will be removing all the merchandise that has the phrase "All Lives Matter" on it because BLM has informed them that is a racist statement. Now, Walmart has also announced and made the decision, because Black Lives Matter doesn't have a problem with this, any of the other merchandise that says Italian Lives Matter, Hispanic Lives Matter, anything else, as long as it doesn't say All Lives Matter, they're still going to carry that stuff. You just can't buy All Lives Matter stuff or online.
So All Lives Matter
is racist.
Okay, so if we like all, then we're racist. But if we just like the black people, we're okay.
You're cool then, man. You're cool.
Okay. Or if we like the white, we're okay. No, we're not okay.
No.
How about the red?
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, I can't, can I?
No.
No more colors.
Because that means you like all. You can't like all, dude.
No, I'm just looking for somebody to like. Damn it. Why did they do that? They took away the all.
Yeah, you can't like all, bud.
Now you have to just choose one.
Just by that shows you how they're not after equality.
If you have to choose, if you can't choose all and you have to choose one, and they're making you choose one, first off, bitch, who fuck is you to make me? And second,
you ain't my real mom.
All lives matter. Period.
I'm sorry, but they do. All lives matter.
Every single one of them. Yours too. Yours too.
That is the most asinine thing I've ever heard. That's a racist statement. How can all of us, everybody, mattering, how can that be racist? Like, who are you singling out?
I thought you wanted to be included. I thought you wanted equality. All is pretty much a fucking equality, don't you think?
That's saying, man. Like, I don't get that. Like, you want equality. That's what you're trying to tell all these white people that are pulling these statues over for you. This is about equality. This is about standing up to the systemic racism in police work. But you don't want equality because you just told me if I like everybody, I'm racist.
Oh, and white people? Let the white guilt go. You didn't cause the problem.
It's just pathetic now.
You didn't cause this problem. It was people back in our history. Quit toppling monuments over. That's just pretty dumb. And stop being sheep. and doing what everybody else is doing. Why don't you do for you what you want, what
your
you
brain to
like
think for yourself?
Oh, that's right. It's a burden, isn't it? It's such a burden.
It's just easier just to do what people tell me.
Yeah, well,
Like, I just, that's just it. You have all these, it slowed way down on Twitter because when this first cracked off, I could get on Twitter and I could find 20 tweets from people that were just like, I am so-and-so and I'm white and I want to offer the black community my apology. Well, what'd you do to them? What are you apologizing for? What did you do? Because I'm not apologizing to them because I didn't do nothing to them.
No, nor did I.
All you fools are out there apologizing to them. Well, what did you do to them? Like that dude at Chick-fil-A, the CEO of Chick-fil-A that's shining shoes and all that other stuff. Well, my God, bro, how bad was racism in your stores? If you feel like you got to do that, shit.
Actually, I need an apology from you because you're trying to make me do something I don't want to do. So I'll take my apology.
And I shouldn't be expected to do it. I didn't do anything to him. I didn't do anything to a black person that was uncalled for.
No, not at all. Now, there was this one girl named Charlotte. She was really good looking. Yeah, there was some things I'd like to do with her, but it wasn't bad. It was all good. She was pretty.
Well, I like to, I try to tell people this online, and they I like to. I've been around a ton of police officers, and I've been around a great deal of police officers when they're on patrol, and I can tell you this. Am I going to tell you there's no police officers that are racist? Well, no, that's not true because there's people in the general population that are racist, and police officers are pulled from that pool. So yes, there probably are. I mean, it's undeniable. There are police officers that are racist.
Sure.
As a whole, are they? No. And I can tell you, I rode with officers in the south affluent part of town, and in the north part of town where most of the black people here live. That their socioeconomic standard is very different than South Tulsa. I rode in both areas of that of town there, and I'll tell you right now, I have never witnessed an officer treat anybody on the north side of town different than they do the people on the south side of town. Because on the south side of town, if they pull a car over and whoever's in that car, it doesn't matter how rich they are, if they're reaching under the seat and they're doing all kinds of weird movements when that officer's sitting in his car waiting to walk up there, if you do it enough, he's going to get his gun out. No matter where you are, no matter what color your skin is, no matter what part of town you're in. This is all consequences of actions.
Just trying to protect himself.
Which he has a right to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep hearing people say, well, this guy got pulled out of that car just because he wasn't complying. Well, yeah. And I've also heard people say that Terrence Crutcher didn't deserve to be shot because he wasn't complying. Well, not complying, apparently, if you refuse to comply long enough and it starts making an officer be in fear for their life, well, the chances of you getting shot are real high.
Mm-hmm.
Real high.
If you comply, your life expectancy just got better tenfold.
Yeah, during that traffic stop.
Tenfold.
If you don't, things are going to go real haywire.
Expect what you've been already seeing.
Every action has a consequence. Some have benefits, but there's a lot of things we do in life that has consequences. Not complying with the cops, that's going to have a consequence.
You said some have benefits, and I'm thinking, okay, how many girls have you dated that you've called consequence?
Oh.
There's a consequence with benefit. I don't know. Just went there in my head. Let's spin this wheel.
Yes.
Quote. I tell you what. I have got a quote from a gentleman that I watched on a video earlier today and pulled the audio off of this. So I'm going to...
Oh, yes.
Yeah. This is a pretty good... Excuse the telephone if it sounds kind of crappy coming off my phone into the microphone. But, yeah, this guy here, he's got it going on for sure.
He's got it figured out.
He is Titty and Shiner approved.
So I get on the internet, and just the last 2 days, I see hundreds and thousands of videos of white people being beat up by black people, especially the video in Macy's of the Macy's employee getting beat up by a black person for literally no reason whatsoever except to make a viral video. And in New York, with Bill de Blasio and his area, where all these Black Lives Matter rioters, all these evil, ridiculously stupid black people who are racist, are throwing all these fireworks into people's houses and setting houses on fire. I'm sick of it. This has nothing to do with George Floyd. It's been an entire fucking month. If you want a civil war, just say so.
Wow. He said it. He said it all. And, you know, the guy has got some fantastic points. And I realize we probably have some liberals in California. Hi, I'm waving to you guys, the guys that listen every single week. Still hate us, but they listen every week, so we love you. But this one, that one went straight out to you guys. And I know you're pretty mad. I know you got to be, because that's not the way you think. But let me tell you something. Hey, Shiner, what color was that guy?
That's what we've been keeping in our pocket. That video was posted by a man that is black.
Very much so. Very much so. So in your face, and shame on everybody who got pissed at that because they think it's a white guy talking. Shame on y'all.
Well, here's the deal. We and I were talking earlier, and you used the phrase silent majority. It's not the majority, but I like to believe there's a section of the black community that is very silent, and they feel just the way this guy.
Oh, yes.
You know,
there's so many black people out there. It's like we haven't experienced racism. You know,
I see those videos all the time.
I saw racism when I was a little kid with my parents, and we haven't had gone through that.
I heard a guy today on a video say he's 47, he's black. He said, not only myself, but nobody I know that's black. None of us in my 47 years have ever experienced racism. And I'm like, what? Like, then where's all this coming? Oh, that's right, Soros and the Clintons.
Well, and of course, you know, there are a lot of black people who have never experienced racism, still hate the white guy because TV. You see it on TV.
Yeah.
You believe what you believe, and now you're calling people racists, and you've probably never experienced racism in your face. You just seen it on TV.
I've also had a black person tell me that they can't be race black. Now tell me what kind of fucking sense that makes.
Because you're black, do you get do you get control of that term? Nobody else can be right. I tell you what, I will gladly give you that word if you shut the fuck up about people owing you shit.
No kidding. Don't owe you shit.
No. You think I'm owed shit? I don't know. I haven't done anything to be owed that kind of money. I haven't.
But you got white privilege. Even though you're Indian, you got white privilege.
Well, of course.
What?
Yeah. Worked my ass off for privilege, man.
Well, here's what I don't understand is you can talk to a lot of people that have been up for promotion and they were up against a black person and they've promoted that black person based on their race because they needed those numbers.
Tulsa police chief.
We have a police chief in Tulsa that's never worked in a patrol car.
True story.
And he's a black guy.
And
like,
and he was the least ranking person of the four that were chosen.
Yeah.
One of which deserved it more than any because he'd done just about everything in the department and he knows how to run things. Two more were certainly worthy.
But this one, he's copping on like a level 1. Like, I mean, he has an office job, but he's just got a cool thing where he can wear a uniform and a gun to his office every day.
Like, you seen the movie Kindergarten Cop? Where he like teaches that kindergarten class?
Yeah,
and the kids just absolutely overrun him. That's probably how he is. I don't know if the dog is wagging the tail or if the tail is wagging the dog. Because I assure you that idiot driver that drives a 43 car that went from being one of the coolest cats on the planet to
a total piece of shit.
To a total piece of shit racist in about 5 minutes.
God.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder about that. Like, I wonder how the officers feel about that. Like, how are you being led in your job by a dude that's never done your job, really. Like, well, I guess he was in a patrol car